If you're a PhD student or really any kind of researcher, you know this struggle. You've spent months, maybe even years, pouring everything into your work, crafting this incredibly detailed research paper. And now you've got to somehow squeeze all of that into a single poster. It feels almost impossible sometimes, right? And let's be real, that conference deadline, it has a way of just creeping up on you, doesn't it? You get that sudden jolt of panic when you realize, oh no, I have this huge design project to do and the clock is ticking fast. But here's the thing, making a poster, it's not just some chore you have to check off your list. It's actually a super important part of being a researcher. Let's break down why. I mean, think about it. Posters are your ticket to presenting at conferences. They're how you get that instant face-to-face feedback from your peers. They force you to boil down your complex work into its most powerful, essential points. Not to mention, they're key for competitions and, honestly, one of the best ways to get better at communicating your ideas clearly. The reality, though, the whole process can be just so slow and frustrating. How do you even decide what to cut out? How do you arrange it all so it makes sense and, actually looks good? It's a huge design challenge that most of us were never really trained for. Okay, so we've established it. Posters are absolutely critical, but they're also a massive time suck. So what if you could just skip the most painful parts of that process entirely? Well, it's time to say goodbye to that old, chaotic way of doing things, because thankfully there's a much, much better way now. I want you to meet SciSpace Agent. Its whole purpose is beautifully simple. It's a tool that takes your research paper and automatically turns it into a poster that's ready to go. And the best part? It literally does it in seconds. So you're probably wondering, how does this magic actually work? Well, the process is so ridiculously simple, you don't need a single ounce of design experience. Let's walk through it. The whole thing is just 4 incredibly easy steps. Step 1. You just upload the PDF of your paper. Easy enough. Step 2, you type in a prompt, basically just telling the agent what you want. 3, you click Generate and let the AI do all the heavy lifting. And finally, step 4, it spits out a completely editable PowerPoint file that you can download and just polish up. That's it. It is that simple. Now, here's the real pro tip for getting amazing results with this. The more specific you are in your prompt, the better your poster is going to be. So, for example, instead of just saying, make me a poster, you could try something like, generate a poster that focuses on my methodology and results sections. Make sure to highlight Figure 3 and Table 2. And the main takeaway should be our novel statistical approach. See? The more detail you feed the AI, the more tailored and effective that final poster is going to be. All right, so the AI has handed you this fantastic draft in just a few moments. Now let's talk about how you can take that draft from just good to truly excellent with a few classic design tips. Okay, here are the absolute essentials. First, do focus only on your key points. Think of your poster as an advertisement for your paper, not the paper itself. Next, do use big, readable fonts. A great rule of thumb is that somebody should be able to read it from about 5 feet away. And of course, do include figures and tables. Visuals are your absolute best friend here. Now for the don'ts. The number one mistake is don't cram in too much text. Wall of text posters get ignored, simple as that. And finally, while you want to keep it clean, don't leave huge, awkward, empty spaces. A great poster uses the whole space wisely to guide the viewer's eye. So what's the big takeaway here? It's simple. Making a poster doesn't have to be this thing you dread anymore. Now, it's your turn to give it a shot. Seriously, if you have a conference coming up, or even if you're just curious to see what it can do with one of your old papers, give SciSpace Agent a try. You can finally stop wrestling with PowerPoint layouts and get back to what you're actually good at, your research. Which really brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. When you get back all those hours you would have spent fiddling with text boxes and aligning images, what are you going to do with all that extra time? More analysis? More writing? Or hey, maybe, just maybe, a well-deserved break. It's something to think about.